Hey YouTube, Sack Guy here. Today I want to talk to you about a knife that's been out since 2008. It's the Rescue Tool. Now it comes in, this is the way I got it. It was in a box. I got this in 2008 when the knife first came out. Box is long gone, but still have the sheath. Now it came in a nylon sheath with a Velcro fastener, bright red, very bright yellow. Sheath was a little bit loud for me, so I really didn't carry it. Has a large belt loop in the back. This is a knife that was made for firemen and ambulance personnel, first responders to carry. So being subdued was not necessary. Now the knife itself is a stay glow yellow, and it also comes in black now. Now also what came with it, along with the sheath, is the paperwork. And this is the user's guide, and it has directions on how to use it, which I think is very cool. And if you look on there, it's in several different languages. We have English, French, German, Japanese, Russian, so on. But it tells you how to use the different implements, because this is a different knife. These implements are different. Also talks about how to remove certain parts of it. This has removable parts that you can replace as needed. And then on the back it has a picture of everything, and then it has what everything is in all the different languages. See if we can. So that's the paperwork that it came with. As I said, I do not carry this in the sheath that came with. I have another sheath that I normally carry my large 111 knives in. This one I swapped different knives out in. It's a Victorinox sheath. Has a small AAA flashlight LED, and just turn the head. Very bright light. Recharge the handle there. But I got this as a gift from somebody, and it's very handy. I use it mainly to transport the knives in. A lot of times these knives I'll take and put in my pocket when I get out to the field, but if I'm just packing them up to carry them out with me somewhere as part of my kit, I'll put them in there to protect them. Now start off, has a little black lanyard. I've seen them with yellow lanyards, orange lanyards, and so on. Can buy those and swap them out. It is a Victorinox lanyard, and you can see the emblem there. Now the first thing a lot of people notice is the window smasher. You can use this to, and you need to be wearing gloves when you do it, smack the lower right corner of a car window, side passenger window, and it'll cause it to shatter. And on the windshield or windscreen, depending on where you live, what you call it, you can smack it with this. It'll make you hit it a couple times, it'll make a hole, and then you would use, if I can find it, down here, your saw. And this saw is for cutting the windows. I haven't had a chance to do that with this, but I've been told by people who have used it that it works very nice cutting through the safety glass on windows. And this blade, the saw blade, can be replaced. The way they show it is that you open it up partially and then as it's open about that far, you would push this against like a tabletop or something, and then it'll pop off out the back. It takes quite a bit of force. I've tried it once. It doesn't come out easily. The window glass breaker, the carbide tip here, can be replaced. You grab this with the pliers, and then again, not very easy to come off. I think I did it once just to see if you could do it. It is very hard to get off. It's made that way so that it can be replaced, but it's not made that it's changed out easily. Now it also doesn't have a can opener because of the window breaker, but it does have screwdriver / pry bar. It does lock. Push that in there, get it open. Has a 90-degree stop. Has your standard serrated blade on it, which the lower third of the blade is plain edge, and it's only sharpened on one side, and that is also locking. And then it has the seat belt cutter. This is a non-locking blade, and the way you would use this is slide it up under the seat belt and be between the person and the seat belt, and then pull back. And I have cut nylon webbing with this, and it goes through it like hot knife through butter. And then on the back you have your Phillips number 2 Phillips there, and then the awl without a sewing eye, key ring, toothpick, and tweezers. Let me go over the specs here real quick. This is a 111 millimeter knife, which is 4.4 inches closed. If you include the window breaker and the belt cutter where they protrude out, it's 122 millimeters, which is 4.8 inches. The blade is 87 millimeters, which is 3.43 inches. The width is 20.9 millimeters, comes out to 0.8 inches. It weighs in at 167.3 grams, which is 5.9 ounces. As I said, this originally came out in 2008. Somewhere along the line, I don't know when, they also started offering it in black. I have seen it in the catalog the last couple of years in black. This takes the standard scales for a 111 millimeter knife. So if you go to some of the sites that sell scales, any 111 millimeter scale will work on this. So if you don't like the yellow, the Stay Glow yellow, or the black, you want to go camouflage or whatever, you can find them out there and you can replace them. This would be a handy knife for someone who's a first responder, works on an ambulance, rescue squad, and so on. You have multiple tools in one item. You don't have to, you have it in your pocket or on your belt, and it's there. You've got your belt cutter, you got your window punch, you got the saw to cut through the windshield glass with if you need to, and then the knife blade and a couple other tools. I used to be on an ambulance when I was younger, and I had to carry 3 or 4 tools that this one tool covers. It would have saved a whole lot of room on my belt for other things and cut down on the weight too. As I said, I haven't had to use this As a first responder, I carry it in my vehicle with me most of the time in case I do come up on an accident or I'm in an accident and I need to use it. It's a pretty good knife. I really like it. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave below. And remember, always be prepared.